Hi, I'm Ben Wynne from St Anthony's Wanneroo in Western Australia, and this is the third video in my series of video blogs on my class's journey to create video games and enter them into the Australian STEM Video Game Challenge. You'll be able to find my previous videos in the teacher video archives. So the students have chosen their platform. They're either going to be working in GameStar Mechanic or in Scratch. Giving them the opportunity to choose, I think, is very important because it allows all students to work at their own level and to feel comfortable with where they're at and what they're doing. There are some students that are super motivated for Scratch and are really excited for it. They're hitting up the library at school here and taking out all the books on Scratch they can find. They're watching tutorials and reading instructionals online, and they're really into it. Some of the other ones are getting into GameStar Mechanic. They're really enjoying what they can make. They're working out the software. They're trying to see how they can turn the picture they have in their head for what they think their game should be like into actual reality, into a playable game. And therein lies the first hurdle, I guess, for a lot of the students, in that it is a lot harder than they expected to actually create the video game that they pictured in their head, that they planned out. So my job is to help keep everyone moving, keep everyone motivated, and keep everyone on task. One of the ways that I do that is making sure that at the start and end of each session, I make the students take some time to plan. What are we going to do today? At the end of the session, what did we actually achieve? What do we need to do next week? Who needs to do what in between? And also highlight the different roles in the game design process. So not everyone can code all at the same time. Everyone wants to code all at the same time, but they can't do it. It doesn't really work that way, but there are lots and lots of roles to be filled. We've got students who are writing character bios, we've got students who are writing the backstory of the characters or the story of the game so that they are able to tell a story within the game. They need to have that planned. We've got students doing like concept art and character art. We've got students who are play testing. We've got students who are filling in the development diary every week. There are lots and lots of different roles. And by making sure everyone's engaged in an actual task helps to keep the motivation up. The other way to do it is to break down the task into smaller bits. So when they're starting, they want to do 100 levels and make them super complex. But I remind them that this is a video game and we have to assume that our players don't know anything about video games. Similar to how if they were writing some instructional or information text, you have to assume your reader doesn't know anything, so you explain it. In a video game, it's the same. We assume the players can't play any video games, don't know how to play video games, so we start our levels off simple, and we slowly over time build the complexity. That works really well for the kids as well, because then they're not trying to make overly complex levels at the start, and they're thinking about how is the player going to interact with our game, which is really important to consider that audience. We're going to go to the school holidays at the end of this week, and it'll be interesting for me to see which students go and continue working on the game during the holidays, and then we'll get straight back into the swing of things once we get back. So if you didn't see the previous two videos, go check them out on the teacher video archives. If you've already got started, chuck a comment on the page and let me know how you're going, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.